Will you please welcome the one and only Sir Roger Moore. Sir Roger Moore, as I live and breathe, how wonderful to see you again, sir.
Thank you. How kind you are.
Hey, since you last came on the show, of course, congratulations all, because plain old Roger Moore became Sir Roger Moore in 2002. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so deserved and long overdue, and what a marvellous thing. I should imagine a lovely way to spend a day, a nice experience to go out there and come home knighted.
Well, it's, in the day, it's terrifying. Or I found it terrifying because when I was told that it was going to happen, I go, oh dear, I'm going to have to kneel and get up. Now, at a certain age, kneeling and getting up is very difficult. And so I started having nightmares. I called Michael Caine and I said, what do I do if I can't get up? He said, well, it's all right. There is a rail that you lean on. And it was, I don't remember getting up. I don't remember kneeling. And then Her Majesty will talk to you. And when she has finished the conversation, that is the end of the conversation, we'll give you a hand. Yeah. And you will then take 3 paces back, turn to the right, and you will leave. And do nothing else. You know, I couldn't risk my wife and children were sitting in the front row.
You gave them the wink.
Well, of course.
But what a lovely thing to have. It's so nice. Let me ask you about the book which is coming out now, because finally, Sir Roger Moore has taken time out to write his autobiography, and I was amazed. I would have thought you must have been asked in the past and you must have been tempted to do this before. Why leave it so long?
Well, I was always frightened to write about people I knew. You know, I said, if I'm going to say something, it's embarrassing, they might be upset. So I had to wait for everybody to die.
Well, there's a lot of people in here who are still knocking around. It's not quite as straightforward as that. Roger Moore is called My Word Is My Bond, of course, because that's a defining role in your life, playing James Bond. I loved reading it. I love the pictures in it as well. Man, what a career as well. I mean, some of the people you've worked with and known over the years. Because you were under contract. Was it MGM, one of the big studios?
MGM, I was under contract for 2 years.
Because that was back in the day when, of course, a young star or young starlet would appear and they would get signed up and they would be groomed and taught how to carry themselves. And there's a... Look at that publicity photograph of you then. That is a fresh-faced youngster ready to take on the world.
Oh.
What was it like being at MGM? Was it a good experience? Were you pleased that you were signed by them? Was that what you'd hoped it would be?
Well, it was wonderful. I walked around, you know, starstruck. I'd see Ava Gardner and Howard Keel and Clark Gable, and I'd say hi. You know, I thought I knew them. I'd seen them on the screen, and yeah, it was wonderful. I loved it.
You worked with Lana Turner, and she taught you to do screen kisses. Is that right? She taught you the art of screen kissing.
Yeah, I was Prince Henri of France, and Lana Turner was my mistress. And comes the scene where my father dies, and I now am going to be king, and I'm on a balcony with the moonlight with Lana Turner, and I say, moving close to her, you made me a prince. Now, make me a king. And I go forward and I kiss her. And I get a whole lot. And
when you say the whole lot, what do you mean?
Well, a whole lot. Boom. Passion. And she's cut, please. I said, what have I done wrong? She says, Roger, you are a great kisser, but when a lady gets to 35, she has to watch the neck. So would you put all the passion without the pressure? So now I became an expert in doing it without...
A gentle kiss, without changing the shape of the lady's face?
Yeah.
Let me ask you about when you were a youngster, because Roger grew up in a time when you might look back and think, OK, those days the kids didn't have half of what we had. They didn't have television. They didn't have, you know, BMX bikes. They didn't have the internet. They didn't know that. They didn't have iPods. But I tell you what Roger Moore had, and this is why I'm very jealous of him, as a young boy, he had a pet monkey, ladies and gentlemen. How did you wind up with a pet monkey?
Well, my aunt, who lived with us at that time, came home with a monkey. His name was Jimmy. He was a rhesus monkey. Rhesus monkeys don't use their tails to climb, so they have to use their hands, which means when they're carrying food, they put it in their pouches that they fill up. The whole banana goes in there. Sorry about that. And they...
Looks like you taught Lana Turner something from the look of things.
Lana taught me. And so he would have these, and then he would, when he realised there was nothing else coming, he would go, and...
Just eat it all down. Wow.
And get it all out. And he was a terror. He was on like a 20-foot chain at the end of the garden on a tree, and there was a wall dividing the next house, and there was an elderly lady who liked to come up with tea in the garden. And one day she was walking up the garden path, and she had her hair in a bun, and Jimmy reached down from a branch and got her hair and pulled her up like this, and she screamed through the teapot at him. And Jimmy... Oh, he was wonderful. And another time, he wasn't on a chain in the house. He ran around, and the door was open, and he got out, and there was terrible screams from the other house on the other side. And Jimmy, who'd been playing in the garden all day, was fairly dirty, had gone through a window into a bathroom where a lady was about to have a bath. And Jimmy had got in the bath. Now, you know what a cat or a dog looks like. They get in the bath. Jimmy was like that. And he'd been all around the walls, mud everywhere. And we're sitting there, you scream, this poor woman.
You say, we think that we have an exciting life.